Hey everyone, and welcome to Mega 10 Mojo. Tony for you. SMT's demons are the pride and joy of the series. Everyone knows Jack Frost, Lucifer, Pixie, Mara, the greats. And while I think a majority of the designs are amazing, done by any artist, there are some that are, well, terrible. As a fun video, I decided to put together the top 10 worst SMT demon designs. This will not include personas, I'm afraid. This list will be judged not just on the looks, as there are many other channels that have done just that, more so the demons as it pertains to the lore behind it. There might be some designs that are actually pretty nice to look at, but I hope the justification will win you over. Oh, and Mara will not be on this list, because he's really cool. Leave a like and subscribe, and without any further ado, let's start the list. Tlazolteotl. Damn, that's hard to say. The Soul Hackers design. The Aztec goddess of purification. At first glance, this design is really quite nice. The calming blue tones and the intricate Aztec design is beautiful. Though I can't shake the feeling that that thing she's floating in is kinda like a toilet? Let's read a little deeper. She's the Aztec goddess of purification, yes, but also filth and sexual misdeeds? Wait, that is an Aztec toilet, and her mouth looks like... oh god.
They eat the poo-poo!
Yeah, that's right. SMT's take on she who eats filth is a woman who lives in a toilet. Guess where she eats from? Starting off the list really strong. This is just disgusting when you think about the lore behind it. The goddess herself is really quite interesting, as it's hard to tell what she stands for. She is the patron of adulterers, and part of her name refers to vice and disease, but she also eats the filth caused by others' disease, somehow leading to their purification? So there is an inherent sexual aspect to this goddess's penchant to eat filth. Do I even want to think about it? Probably not. Let's move on. Fenrir's Soul Hackers design. Fenrir is the son of Loki, the monstrous wolf of Norse mythology that will devour the gods at the heralding of Ragnarok. And he looks like some wolf with the Photoshop meme eyes. Fenrir in mythology is supposed to be so large, formidable, and intimidating that his jaws can envelop the heavens and the earth. Fenrir's power was so immense that they tried bonding him, and only after the third time did they succeed, and even then, they will break eventually. When they do, even Odin can't do anything to stop him. So yeah, in the game, he's just some dinky wolf with a silver chain wrapped around him. Such a letdown. Loki and Odin are both fan-favorite demons, but no love for Fenrir. Oh well, I guess there's only room for one cool SMT dog, and that's Pascal. Next up, Bale, SMT2 design. This one is particularly strange because they portrayed him quite accurately to his depictions in the Lesser Key of Solomon in SMT1, but in SMT2, he's just some naked bald weirdo humping a frog with his pet cat wrapped around his head. Bale is the great king of hell and commands up to 250 legions of demonic spirits. He can manipulate the weather and grant wisdom, but most commonly depicted is his ability to manipulate people's perception and gain popularity. I guess you would have to manipulate people into thinking you were cool if you look like that. The original design concept is there. He's always depicted with the head of a cat, toad, and man, but they dropped the cool conjoined atop spider legs part and just made him look like a guy who bought a crappy store mount in an MMO. Man, such a downgrade. Artemis, Kyaku Megami Tensei design. This one is really strange, honestly. Most people associate Artemis with being the virgin goddess of the moon and the hunt in Greek mythology, but she's also the goddess of childbirth and fertility. How is a virgin the goddess of childbirth? I don't know. Immaculate conception has been a thing for a long time, I guess. Point is, I understand possibly exaggerating some maternal features such as breast or hip size, like fertility goddesses are often depicted in fiction. What they're not commonly depicted with, however, is this. A bit much? 18? She must be some wet nurse. I don't know how she has the ability to hunt. It seems like that would get in the way, though I don't know for sure. Diana, the Roman equivalent of Artemis, isn't much better honestly, and this one was made as late as Soul Hackers, though Soul Hackers designs are really hit or miss. What were they thinking? Bavkatha, SMT1 and onward design. This is another one you gotta hear my explanation for. Bavkatha means battle crow. She's an Irish demoness of war. She delights in battle and death, and her very presence can fill soldiers with rage and fury and make ordinary men go berserk. This demon feeds on the heads of the fallen warriors and foretells the names of those destined to die. With all that, what horror, what monstrous form could this demon of destruction and chaos possibly take? Just an ordinary crow. Nothing really special unless you count the blue eyes. Blue often being associated with calm emotions. Are you kidding me? What a waste, oh my god. Don't get me wrong, honestly, crows are my favorite animal on earth. They're smart, cute, and have a long history as a macabre symbol across time. But that's why I wanted this demon to be great. With all the backstory for this thing, you really couldn't make it a little cooler? Maybe some spikes, sharp claws, something to make it more menacing? I don't know, something other than this. Now onto something more immediately ridiculous. Penanggal, Soul Hacker's design. Other than looking completely stupid, it has nothing to do with the source material at all. Penanggal are Malaysian witches who, through meditating in a vat of vinegar, gain the ability to detach their heads from their bodies, along with all their internal organs to eat pregnant women and children. Even if you survive an attack from one of these monsters, if it tastes your blood, you'll contract a wasting sickness, and if you come into contact with its dripping entrails, you grow painful sores that cannot heal without the aid of a shaman. That might literally be the most terrifying thing I have ever heard of in my entire life. So how, pray tell, did they think this was a good design? This weird Geodude bee hybrid? What does the wiki say about this? Wait, this was rumored among Japanese folklorists to protect beehives in the jungle of Malaysia? No, it's not. I can't find a single explanation for this anywhere. I legitimately have no idea where they got this from. I searched high and low for why Penanggal looks like this, and I couldn't find any evidence backing up what the game depicts it as. If you have any clue, please let me know, but as of right now, this sucks. Though maybe this is a blessing in disguise. I mean, you heard my explanation of these things. Next up, one of the laziest designs I've ever seen. Neja, SMT1 design. A little backstory, as I'm sure not all of you know about the backstory of Neja. According to the Feng Shen Yan Yi, Neja was born to a military commander father named Li Jing and a mother named Lady Yin. Lady Yin was pregnant for 3 years and gave birth to a ball of flesh rather than a child. Li Jing, thinking his wife gave birth to a demon, attacked the ball with his sword, and out came Neja as a small boy rather than a baby, being able to walk and talk. One day, while playing near the sea, Neja killed Ao Bing, the third son of the East Sea Dragon King. The Dragon King confronted Neja and his family, threatening to flood his home and report Neja to the Jade Emperor. To save his family, Neja flayed and disemboweled himself. The Dragon King was so impressed with his filial piety that he spared his family. He was later brought back to life by his immortal teacher Taiyi Zenren, using lotus roots to construct a human body. With his new crafted form, he rides the wind on fire wheels, wearing a golden hoop, red sash, and fiery spear. So yeah, you might as well make him Frankenstein 2.0, right? Why? I get that he was brought back to life, but if you told a kid to draw Neja for a school assignment, and this is what they gave, you'd give him a failing grade. Literally nothing to do with the source material at all. See me after class, Kaneko. Alright, I think this is one we can all agree on. Centaur's SMT4 design. Centaurs are intelligent and honorable half-human, half-horse beings in Greek mythology, but everybody knows what a centaur is, right? Except for Doi, I guess. Why on earth does it have 2 heads? Why is it flying? Why is it standing upright? Why on earth does it look like some H.R. Geiger nightmare? It has elements of unicorns and Pegasus, which are also in Greek mythology, but is this really the time to be taking this many liberties? The demon's description doesn't even try to have it make any sense in SMT4, saying explicitly, top half of a human, bottom half of a horse. So this inevitably begs the question, why did they make him look like that? No one would have faulted you for just drawing a run-of-the-mill centaur. Centaurs are cool. Everyone likes them. They're wise and fearsome warriors, famous for their mentorship of heroes, even Achilles, the demigod. This thing can't hold a spear. This thing doesn't look like it could do much of anything. Weird for weirdness sake. Just awful. Here's one you all saw coming. Lucifer's SMT4 design. This one really is just unbelievable. Why did they transform Lucifer, the morning star, the symbol of rebellion and orchestrator of all the world's sin, into some generic gray alien? His previous designs were awesome, perfect depictions of Lucifer and could not be topped. So why did they do this? I brought up H.R. Geiger before, but this one really is just some sci-fi nightmare that wouldn't look out of place in a cheesy Star Trek episode. This is supposed to be Lucifer, the most iconic figure in Abrahamic mythology next to God himself, and it's an alien with some creepy lemur fingers. His evolved boss design is an upgrade, but still can't even come close to the beauty of the early designs. He has more reptilian aspects with wings and horns and his little Walter arm egg hatched. Why did they double down with the weird alien motif with the seafoam green color? They did Lucifer dirty in this game. I don't even want to get into the SMT4 Apocalypse one. Let's have some dishonorable mentions before we get to my least favorite design. Persephone's Soul Hacker's design. She looks terrifying for an often kindly depicted god. Is the only way to represent her spending half her time in Hades and half on Mount Olympus to make her look like that? Ichimokuren Raido design. God of smithing, huh? Good luck with no hands. He's the god of wind and storms too. I think they just read the one-eyed part and just stopped there. And Medusa's SMT4 design. She just looks weird, right? Skulls on skulls on skulls. And a face that looks like a first sketch. She just has a lot of bones for someone who primarily is known for turning people to solid stone. It just doesn't make any sense. And for my least favorite demon design in all of SMT, Dead Lobster. He's a dead lobster. Wait, actually that's a pretty good design if you think about it. Really, the final one will be Leviathan's Devil Summoner design. I love Abrahamic mythology depictions in SMT, and the Leviathan was something I was most looking forward to seeing. The primordial sea monster created by God himself, cast down with Lucifer in a failed rebellion against the divine. The name is synonymous with unimaginable size. The jaws of this beast are said to be the entrance to hell itself. I fear the depths of the ocean for the possibility of a monster like this lurking in the unmapped waters below. So they made him look like this? A small blue dragon with wings and legs? You have to be joking. Where's the sea monster? Where's the incomprehensible size? Where's the entrance to hell? I'm at a loss for words. This is the worst adaptation I have ever seen. This should have been my favorite demon. This should have been the most terrifying, imposing, hellish beast in the series. I get not making him look like a whale or a generic sea serpent, but the least you could do is make him big. At least his mouth. He's the Hellmouth for his sake. The absolute peak example of missed potential, if you ask me. Well, there you have it. My top 10 worst SMT demon designs. The theme seemed to be missed potential, but I guess that makes sense for my channel being primarily lore and mythology influence focused. Leave a comment letting me know your least favorite demon designs in SMT, and while you're down there, like and subscribe if you haven't already. I bet everyone's list will be different at least a little bit. It was surprisingly difficult to make this list because I think a vast majority of demon designs are really quite good. Then again, my favorite demon design list will be almost impossible. Persona designs are their own beast too, so they will most likely get their own video. More videos planned in the future, so I hope to see you there, but for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Tony For You. Have a good one.